24 hours. And you know, I've been sitting here reflecting on what's been transpiring with all these troll rappers and these troll media public figures and commentators such as academics and Tekashi69, fucking Lil Xan talking down to Tupac, saying his music is boring, and you know, the whole 9 yard of these new age fuck niggas. I want to say how with Tekashi, I hope that Jay Prince Jr. makes an example out of that fool. Because let's be honest with you, Sir Rap-A-Lot, his father, Jazz Prince, he's like on some Frank Lucas shit of the music industry. I mean, even if you go back to, you know, Sean Combs, P. Diddy, and when he smacked the shit out of Drake, you never heard from that again. You see him chilling with Drake and him being in P. Diddy's pool. He had to retract that action that he made, that act that he made, because, you know, Jay Prince doesn't play that shit. It's unfortunate, though, that Jay Prince is out there co-signing a dude like Drake who has ushered in these influx of simps. But I'm gonna digress from that at the moment, and I just want to talk about how trolling has become so fashionable in this day and age. And by the way, Generation Z and beyond is gonna have a lot of ammo on us when time progresses. They're gonna have hella ammo on us. Like the way that we'll try to lecture them in the 2020s and 2030s. No, you ain't gonna have shit to say, because we did not take anything seriously when it came to building our future, equity, when it came to our valuing knowledge / education. None of that shit. And this is what the focal point of this video is gonna be about. It's how these niggas like Tekashi69 could talk about testing his gangster, and he could go around streaming and Snapchatting how he will wail on Game's ass, even though I know the Game is the godfather of the cloud chasing, that he spawned the Tekashi69. Let's be real. Him, and then the troll, when it comes to the trolling action, Lil B spawned all these niggas, even the Young Thugs, etc. Fundamental difference is a guy, Lil B, actually had a creative sound and ear for music when he was fucking with Clam Casino. In addition to that, he had more respect for the OGs. That's why even when I remember when he was on Nardwuar, he knew his shit. When you looked at all those vinyl records and the gifts the Nardwuar gives, like, he knew his shit. But still, he was the jester that pioneered a lot of this fuckery, like Yachty, like Tekashi69, almost like every troll rapper that you could think of. Anywho, back to my point. See, this is like a battle frontier between trolling and street niggas. I'm not a street dude. I'm far from it. But me being born and raised in Chicago, I've been in atmospheres where it was very prevalent to be around street dudes, you know? Hell, I went to high school where that rapper Young Pappy used to like chilling. I used to that same neighborhood, for peak's sake. And, you know, a lot of kids on the west side and good portion of the south side went to my school. So I'm really able to detect that because of my personal experiences, you know? But see, even when I was going to high school, social media wasn't that prevalent because I graduated in 2011. That's around the time period Facebook started popping. And to be honest with you, it really started to like become prevalent in 2012, 13-ish. And you seeing all these dudes out here and they're trolling and the meme eras, and you seeing how Tekashi69 is talking shit about Game, and them essays back in San Antonio said he's not allowed, and even Jay Prince Jr. even had some recent, when you know that Southwest in Texas, and he was saying how he just shut down that show. Tekashi69 thinks it's gonna be sweet. Eventually, it's only a matter of time, and I want him to be the example of what happens, because it could be so fucked up to where a female could set you up. They're gonna really take some retro steps where a female will set his ass up. they'll wait for him. They'll even make it to where he'll get really comfortable. They won't say shit for an extended period. Next thing you hear on Frontline News or on fucking World Star Hip Hop, how this dude got murked, how this dude is hospitalized, and how he turned into a fucking vegetable because he wanted to use social media to troll and clown gangster culture, the gang culture that people really, they will throw their life on the line for. Now I know that Jazz Prince Jr. don't talk that gang shit like these drill niggas here in Chicago, but you could tell that there's power. That's why nobody ever fucked with Jazz Prince. Jazz Prince is basically what Suge Knight aspired to be. Nobody ever tried to fuck with anybody from the Ghetto Boys, from Bushwick, Willie D, Scarface, or UGK. Nobody ever tried to fuck with them, even though they can handle themselves as men. But I'm saying, you knew better. I mean, even going back to what I said about P. Diddy and Drake. Now, Drake's chilling in Diddy's pool. Now Drake is out here making references to P. Diddy's songs that pertain to P. Diddy when he said that whole "will you please stop smoking la la," which is a suspect line in itself. But point is, P. Diddy got on Drake for that whole 0 to 100 thing. But now Drake is able to not only sample something similar to what Diddy did on a song on that 4 p.m. or a.m. on Calabas in 2016, but he's able to reference it, and he ain't saying shit now. He didn't say shit then. Anywho, see, we're at the crossroads now. One good thing that came out of this whole event that transpired with Tekashi69, we're at the crossfires of what it is to be one of these internet troll niggas and what it is when you deal with authentic gangsters. So that's one good thing that came out of this BS. Even though I don't advocate either one, but I would rather deal with the authenticity of somebody who's actually about that life as opposed to a dude who is basically making a mockery, a parody, a satire of gang culture. Just like the likes of Academics when he was doing the shit in War in Chirac. And he's basically the middleman in all this. Because Academics will interview him on his Twitch account, and he will be an accessory to murder. If some shit goes down, he will be an accessory to murder, and he will be that accomplice to get that capital punishment. I hope the likes of his ass gets capital punishment. I hope his cooning ass does. Because while you were talking shit about coons here in Chicago, and I'm not gonna act like they weren't on no coon shit, so were you, because you were indulging in it. Just like how you wanted 21 Savage to talk about killing niggas and all that shit when he said that he don't want to pay for jewelry anymore. He actually wants to do something more constructive. Nope. But you guy, don't think because the man has black face, a melanated face, that he can't be behind the agenda of the elite. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that dude, man. He's a fucking disgrace. He's a disgrace to Caribbeans. He's a disgrace to blacks and melanated beings. He's just a disgrace as a man, period. Because he can't even stand by the shit that he says. Which goes back to the trolling. See? When trolls, see, you have to stand by what you say. Trolls don't do that, though, because they don't take shit seriously. This generation is a fucking joke. And the generation before that is too. And they don't even admit to their failures, their own complicity. Their ego won't allow them to do that shit. Fucking baby boomers and Generation X ass niggas, man. Fucking Generation Y ass millennial niggas too, though. Shit. But anyways, before I just keep on with that tangent I just made, so that's something we have to think about. It's time, because the 2020s are coming soon, and we need to weed out every last one of these dudes. We need to weed out Academics. We need to weed out the likes of these troll rappers like Tekashi69s and the Young Thugs of the world and the Yachties of the world. We need to weed out the Jewels like Vlad. We need to weed out these fucking simps. Period. And you know, I think this may be the beginning of that, with the whole thing with Jazz Prince Jr. Perhaps I'm being optimistic, but that's just how I view it. So just give me your thoughts and opinions, everybody. I'm out. Peace out. One love.